Google just updated their interviewing questions lately. A lot of candidates were shocked about the new interviewing process and interviewing questions getting asked at Google, and they end up losing their job offer. In this video, I'm going to break down the top 20 types of interviewing questions getting asked at a Google Product Management interview, as well as the top 20 most likely asked interview questions and answers at Google PM interview. Stay until the end of this video, check out the pro tip on how to interact with the interviewer during the live interview at Google. And also check out our audience shout out towards the end. You might see your names out there. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee, a direct product teacher in Forbes. I've helped thousands of people land a dream PM job offer in FAANG companies, a unicorn startup, and continue to get promoted as a product leader. In this channel, we'll talk about tech trends and free product management training. Like and subscribe, check out a new video every Tuesday. In my last video right here, my student Alex Tang recently joined Google and shared about his journey get into Google as a product manager. He also talked about a lot of new activities and changes in the interview process at Google. You should definitely check it out right here. And lots of questions I share with you today is based on the insider information I collected from my connection with those tier 1 companies, and as well as publicly available information. There's a key change in the Google Product Management interview process is that they do not ask you system design questions. Great news for lots of product managers out there, because I don't think you need to get those kind of coding technical questions as a product manager, but that makes the interview questions harder by asking lots of product strategy type of questions, which means that you need to show product leadership in your answers. Now let's break down the top 7 most common asked questions in Google. Number 1, what's your favorite product? This is the most commonly asked question in the first round interview at Google. What's your favorite product? They may ask you questions like this. What's your favorite physical product? What's your top 3 favorite product? And pick one product and dive deeper and show them which feature to improve. And what is the success metrics of your favorite product? So this is a combination of favorite product design, and execution question in a short amount of time. To answer those kind of questions, you need to use 2 types of framework. One is what's your favorite product framework I invented in this video right here. We're going to talk about the customer persona and also top 3 pain points and how the product is able to address those pain points. You can dive deeper into the framework right here in this brief video training. I'm also going to link it in the description of the show note. Regarding execution type of questions, you should also use my computer science PhD framework I invented, and I broke down the framework in this video right here. So once you apply this too, you can easily answer what's your favorite product question. The second most common interviewing question at Google is product design and insight. For example, they'll ask you a question like this. Question number 5, design a time travel machine. Question number 6, design a trash can. Question number 7, design a bookshop. Question number 8, you are a product manager at Disney, design an app for the amusement park. I'm personally not a big fan of Google's design question, because it's always asking something kind of stupid and random, such as design time travel machine. How it's relevant to what Google is doing right now is crazy. But anyway, they are the best FAANG company right now, arguably, so they can set the bar really high. However, it's very hard to answer those very ambiguous question out there, so you must use the right framework. I invented a new framework called Modified Surface Framework. It's based on original Surface Framework, but I added 2-sided marketplace thinking methodology and different kind of prioritization framework. You can dive deeper into this Modified Surface Framework by going into this video right here. I'm also going to link it in the description of this video. You should also check out the mock interview I conducted by teaching other people implementing the framework and demonstrating the interaction between the candidate and the interviewer, and right here. We answer those very challenging questions like design a trash can, design a time travel machine. It's very critical. You must ask very clear, clarifying questions up front to design the right scope. You cannot make it too narrow or too broad. When you answer these kind of ambiguous questions, lots of people make a big mistake by making the scope too narrow, by having the interviewer give you lots of clues, asking to fine-tune and nail down the specific problem for you. And actually, those are wrong clarifying questions to ask, end up failing this interview with the first 5 minutes. So I have created top 10 clarifying questions you should ask during the product design interview, so that you're going to give the right scope of work at the very beginning to guarantee guarantee you have a much higher success rate at the very beginning of the interview. Make sure to go to this website right here and download the top 10 clamping questions you should ask during the product design interview. I'm also going to link it in the description of this video. If you like all the free tips I provide today, make sure to like this video so the YouTube is going to recommend other high-value videos like this. The third type of commonly asked questions in Google is analytical question. There are two types of analytical question for product management interview. One is estimation, the other one is problem solving. In the estimation type of analytical question, they may ask you questions like this. Question number 9, how many messages per second does Gmail receive? Question number 10, estimate the number of buildings in New York. When you answer this question, you must use the top-down approach or bottoms-up approach so that you're able to solve it just like a math problem. For example, regarding Gmail type of question, you can break down based on business usage and personal usage and estimate the number of population out there have Gmail, and also percentage of them is going to use Gmail day to day, and also the number of volume emails they exchange. So it's basically a different type of math problem. You must have very clear structure. Moving forward, we're going to create a separate video teach you how to do this estimation question with step-by-step guidance. Once it's available, I'm going to put right here, and right now make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified once a new video is available. The second type of analytical question is problem-solving questions. For example, they will ask you questions like this. Question 11, you saw a 30% drop of your AI chat daily active users after a long weekend. What would you do? Question 12, Wayfair return rate increased by 30%. What would you do? And all those kind of questions quite common for product management interviews at Google. It was because Google wants to really know how you're able to solve problems and execute on your strategies. When you think about solving the problems, you must use CPT framework that stands for customers, product, technology, and external factors. I wrote a separate blog post and break down the CPT framework with detailed example. You can check out this blog post right here. I'm also going to link it in the description of this video. You can also watch a video version of me teaching you the CPT framework step by step right here. The fourth type of questions Google asks you in product management interview is cross-functional collaboration and deep dive. For example, question number 13, how do you resolve conflicting product requirement? Who decide what requirement to take a hit? Question number 14, how do you get your engineering team prioritize a product that's not originally on the roadmap? When you answer this very specific type of questions, you must give them a situation and show them your thought process and framework. And be specific to the situation and do not give a generic answer. And when you answer the question, also break it down in different scenarios so that you can show very structured thought process to define the scope and step-by-step problem-solving thinking methodology. The fifth type of product management interview questions at Google is craft and execution. For example, question number 15. Tell me a product you like. What feature would you improve? What if your method doesn't work? What would you do? Question number 16. Set the goal for YouTube success metrics. So craft and education is showing you the end-to-end thinking methodology that include product design, execution, product metrics, and what if things doesn't work, and who you need to work with, and different kind of product management thinking methodology to prioritize things on the roadmap and conflict resolution. It's actually very complex to answer those kind of interviewing questions. What I suggest you to do is that you really gain hands-on experience by really dive deeper into a day-to-day operations and create your framework to understand what exactly you would do in those specific situations. I have a separate framework, my computer science PhD framework, going to help you significantly. I'm link it in the description video and also put in the video right here to show you how you can use the framework to walk through the end-to-end execution process. You can check out the free training right here. The sixth type of most common interviewing question in Google product management is product strategy. Question number 17. Your goal is to make Google Pixel the greatest phone in the world. What are the top 3 things you need to focus on in the coming 3 years? Question number 18. What should YouTube do with Gen AI? And also the question that's thinking about long-term strategic impact of Google and how would you deal with new technology trend and how would you react in this very fierce competition in terms of AI space. When you think about this kind of interviewing questions, it's very important to think about big unmet needs in the entire industry and what are the competitors is doing, and also leverage the unique strengths within Google. And I invent a unique framework called Pushy framework that's so groundbreaking, and after you use it, people literally get promoted within company and also can help you pass those strategy interview questions much more efficiently. I have a blog post about the Gucci framework and also the free video training of Gucci framework, and you can see it right here in this video. I'm also going to link it in the description of this video. The 7th most common interview question at Google is leadership and the behavioral interview. This is a so-called Google-ness and leadership interview. They want to see if you have the right company fit and culture fit with Google, and if you are the future leader of the organization. For example, they're going to ask you the following questions. Question number 19, tell me a time you have a conflict with others. Question 20, tell me a time you learn from your peers. When you answer this kind of interview questions, you must answer all of those within 2 minutes to begin with, and get ready for them to ask you any kind of follow-up question to really deep dive and understand the details of those experience, and whether you create some fake answers or you really work on those very complex leadership roles. They're also going to look for those high impact and complexity of scope of work for you to bring it into the Google-ness type of experience. So therefore, I highly recommend you use a Grail framework I invented instead of using the STAR framework, because STAR framework doesn't show the high level thought leadership talking methodology to leverage you into the next level of leadership that Google is looking for. I have a separate training regarding the deep dive of Grail framework. You can check out right here. I also have a blog post talking about this, and also link it in the description of this video as well. Now here is a pro tip how to interact with the interviewer. In real life, when you go into an interview, it's very challenging because the interviewer is frequently going to ask you several different type of cases within 145 minutes question. Sometimes they do 3 cases with a 145 question. So you must be able to react to the question very quickly and pick the right framework and roll with punches and listen to the clue from the interviewer. So therefore, you must get familiar with all the different frameworks shared with you earlier and react and pick the right framework on the fly so that you're able to answer 3 different kind of cases within 145 minutes question. I know, I just shared with you lots of challenging questions you'll be facing at Google. And however, there's a secret behind the scenes is that Google always asks quite similar type of questions. There is interview question database Google frequently asks you. So if you're prepared for these kind of interviewing questions when you walk in the interview, it's more likely to be able to pass the interview, and you're more grounded to talk about your answer with assurance and ease. And I have a top 50 interviewing questions at FAANG companies. You should click this link in this website and also go to the link in the description of this video to download top 50 interviewing questions at Google so they get ready for your upcoming interviews in those tier 1 companies. But as we know, and when Google selecting all the top candidates out there, what differentiates you from other product managers who also have similar years experience is actually the way you respond and answer questions strategically. And make sure to check out this video right here where I show you how to use the Gucci framework to answer product strategy question and set you apart from other candidates. If you find our free content very insightful and useful, make sure to like, comment, share this video with any product managers preparing for Google interview. This is Dr. Nancy Lee from PMAccelerator.io. I'm going to see you in my next video right here.